You can start recording.
Yeah. Recording is on. Yeah.
Okay, now it's giving a new message. This meeting is being recorded. We require your consent.
Yeah. Nice.
When did this start?
Yeah. Wow, what a week, Sam. What a week. It was really a complicated week for me,
What
but
happened?
it was a nice to hit rock bottom and to rise up again.
Wow, what
So
happened?
I can't wait to talk about my week, but first I just want to check if you got access to that Notion area where we've put the tasks for your
Let
week and
me
everything else.
just check. Notion.
Because you didn't change the picture, and I think maybe
I have not changed the picture. Okay,
maybe you
let
forgot.
me,
That's no problem.
yeah, let me do it up right away. I think I have. Because
So just to give you a heads up, I'll share my area, right?
okay.
So from these tasks, from these objectives,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't do any of it. None, not even one.
Oh, because the week was crazy.
Yeah. So
Okay.
now I'm laughing, but like half an hour ago, I was really
Mm-hmm.
upset. But
Oh, okay.
everything changed like half an hour ago.
And
So
what changed it?
um, I think the perspective or the my mentality, and I will explain in more words later. But for now, the truth is that I didn't do any of it, not even one.
Okay.
The biggest problem I had was with the second YouTube video for to
Okay.
upload it, right? So I was just finding any kind of skills I could possibly find, just not
Okay.
to do it. I wasn't ready for it. I wasn't. I didn't know what to do about it. I knew what I had to do to prepare the video, but I
Okay.
didn't have the knowledge how to put the pieces together to record it. It was raining outside. I was finding excuses about it's not the lighting is not pretty good. My hair doesn't look so good today. Uh,
Hmm.
every excuse possible. You can name it. That's my excuse. Every excuse
Okay.
possible. What changed was a picture I sent on the WhatsApp group.
Mm-hmm.
That colleague of mine sent it yesterday when I was kind of bitching, complaining about not accomplishing anything,
The
and
what's my level today image.
exactly.
Okay.
And when I received that image, it
Mm-hmm.
was clear for me that it wasn't about I want to do it. This was before creating the YouTube account, right? It was before uploading the first video and not hiding it. It was about putting it for everyone to see. I can't do it. It was kind of above the I want to do it because I really want to do the second video. It's more about I need to do it because I'm promising the second video in my emails for my course, right?
Okay.
I'm kind of stuck behind how to do I do it, and I'll try to do it. Like I know now that it's not really a problem about how to do it because I if I really want that answer in like 5 or 10 minutes, I can find the answer on about how to do it. It's about I'll try to do it and I can do it. It's that really thin path between I'll try to do it and I really can do it. And maybe if about I will do it and I really did it, right? So it was the whole week was mentally I was stuck in a phase between how do I do it and I try to do it, I can do it, right? I was stuck between these steps. And I'm still stuck because I didn't really do the video. If I wasn't stuck, I would have the video already. I realized that, and I really realized that it's only about a mental thing. About everything, it's in my head. It's not something I can physically do or don't know, or I don't lack any resource of any kind to just do it. Maybe it won't be perfect. Maybe it won't be how I imagine it to be, but I really can do it. So it's almost the last step. I can do it, and I will do it tomorrow. So this is more about making a decision, right? It's where I'm stuck between I try to do it, I can do it, and I will do it. I think all these
Okay.
last steps are about making a decision. Like I was telling you about my calendar, right? It's my calendar is
Yeah.
sacred for me, right? And when
Mhm.
something is put in the calendar, it's going to be done. And I think this is about this, that it's about struggling with our inner selves, that we are finding any kind of excuse that we could possibly find and lie ourselves with that kind of excuse to just not get something accomplished that we really want, we really desire. I mean, the focus is there, the desire is there, everything is there, but we still don't do that thing. And something else I knew before, but I it was remembered for me this week. If, for example, me and you would be on the on the same, I don't know, language, culture, level, age, everything else, we would be college in, I don't know, high school or something like that. Uh, you would make a decision about, I don't know, anything about creating a YouTube account, right? And
Yeah.
I wouldn't make that decision in the same year you did. I would postpone that decision and I would make it later. Even though if I would make a better decision about the niche, about making a YouTube account about productivity, and you would just make it about personal development, more general thing, right? Just because you took that decision earlier than me, you are acquiring more experience and you are going more farther than me, you are achieving your goals much faster than me, only because you really took the decision. It doesn't matter if it's the best decision, if it's better than mine, if it's I don't know, better applied, you have a better focus on applying this stuff than me. It's just about you took the decision earlier than me, you had the courage to take the decision, I didn't. After 2 years maybe I didn't even think about that, and didn't even make the decision anytime in my life. But just because you took that decision and made that happen, took all the risks about making that happen, you are just way more ahead of me. Let's make another example. I would have, I don't know, $10,000. You would have $10,000, right? I would really be concerned about how to invest those money. You will take a risk and invest all those money in, I don't know, let's say Bitcoin or anything in a business, right?
Mhm.
Even if you fail, I mean, you could invest in cryptocurrency and bitcoins, and you could lose maybe half of the money, right? You would have a lesson learned. I didn't
Mhm.
invest any of my money. I didn't learn anything. I only remain with my fears and my complaints and my lack of, I don't know, action. But you would have learned something. you've of course you've lost half of the money. That doesn't stop me because I didn't learn anything to lose my money also maybe later this year or next year. But I didn't learn anything. I didn't achieve anything. So my week was really chaos. It was I accomplished a lot of things on my working side, on my family side. I planned everything about my baptism for my child that's going to take next week. So I won't be able
Wow,
to
that's
do
nice.
our Friday session, but everything over there is really planned out.
Mhm.
My business side is really working awesome. This week was awesome on that side, but I was struggling with procrastination at the start of this week. I was binging movies on Netflix. At the end of the day, I was watching movies every day. I was going to sleep very late every day. I was waking up late every day until today.
Mhm.
And one thing that really changed my whole perspective that I was telling
Mhm.
about half an hour ago.
Hey guys.
Hello.
Mhm.
Right.
I was bragging about my awesome non-productive week that I had this week.
Uh, I
Uh,
could join you in that bragging myself, I
yeah,
think.
just, uh, just to make the story short, it
Mhm.
was on my list. I think you can see it shared right now, right?
Mhm.
I didn't accomplish anything. Not even one objective. None.
Mm.
None. Nothing. And I
Okay.
was telling Sam that I've shared the picture yesterday.
Mhm.
I'll share the screen right now. This picture,
Mhm.
and I was stuck around. How do I do it? I'll try to do it. I can do it. And I was
Mhm.
telling Sam that it's more about making a decision. So this kind of last steps. This is about fears. So I think this I won't do it. I can do it. I want to do it. It's about our fears.
Mhm.
Maybe our fears about applying for a job. Maybe
Mhm.
our fears about launching a YouTube account and making ourselves public for everyone to see.
Mhm.
I think these three steps are about a decision, and we will share the recording also. But I really think that I learned something this week that I knew before, but maybe this week's was more representative for me because I was telling Sam if we had like $10,000, I
Mhm.
had one $10,000. He would have $10,000, and he would invest in cryptocurrency right now, and I
Mhm.
wouldn't.
Mhm.
Even though if in 3 or 5 years he will lose like half of the money,
Mhm.
and I wouldn't do anything with those money, with that
Mhm.
kind of money, he would still learn something. I mean, he would have a lesson learned, but I would have
Mhm.
nothing because I didn't do anything. But the worst uh, phase, the worst point is that I wouldn't have learned anything, but I
Mhm.
would have lived for those 3 years with the fear of how to spend that money, how to invest that money, what to do with that kind of money. I don't know if this makes sense for you too, but I've given another example for Sam. If me and him was we were colleagues in I don't know high school, he
Mhm.
would take the decision right now to launch a YouTube account. I wouldn't
Mhm.
take that decision. I will maybe take it in 5 years. He would have so much experience about making YouTube accounts, even though that those videos wouldn't be perfect, right? Even though
Mhm.
those videos weren't so informative, wasn't so productive, wasn't so I don't know perfect, if you want,
Yeah.
he would have learned and build on that learnings of that information a lot, and I
Mhm.
would have lost everything and built on your fear and maybe didn't launch wouldn't launch any YouTube account in 5 years. Maybe I will change my perspective and change my mind, but
Mhm.
only by the making the decision, just kind of do it. So it's
Mhm.
about how do I do it? I'll try to do it. I can do it, and just make
Mhm.
it happen. Just make the decision. uh, you can. it's easy to fall back from this step, right? I try to do it, falling back to how do I do it? I want to do it. I can do it. I want to do it.
Mm.
It's easy just to fall back. But after I will do it and I did it,
Mm-hmm.
there's there's no way back. I mean, if you already did it, you won't go back. I don't know if this makes sense for you. So
It does.
the first step is very important. So it's more about like we talked last week when I told you that I've learned something. So a couple of weeks ago, I learned something about just start before you think you're ready to start.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's only the starting phase that's really struggling. So the whole week for me was like a struggle with myself to do the second video and to upload it on the YouTube channel. And
So
the
so
whole
I'm
week,
curious, you know, what were your some of the, like, you know, either
Thought
was it like,
processes.
yeah, was it was it like your schedule was full, or like, I'm just being curious about like
no, to
what
be
were
honest, if
your
I would be honest about this, it wasn't about my schedule.
mm.
I was telling Sam about this, right? So today, my excuse for today was my hair is really looking bad. Really, this was my excuse for today. Yesterday was raining all day and the lighting was not good enough.
Mhm.
2 days ago or 3 days ago, it was about I don't know how to do this because I want to record myself at the start of
Mhm.
the video. I
Mhm.
want to make something funny, like me. I saw some video on the internet, like someone sleeping and I'm snoring and
Mhm.
productivity,
Mhm.
organization and time management and something like that. Make something funny about that. I'm sleeping and I'm dreaming about productivity. That's not true, right? To make some fun, something funny about me sleeping and dreaming about productivity. That's never
Mhm.
happened,
Mhm.
right? So I want to make something funny, but I don't know how to do that, how to achieve that, and not being something cheesy to be something that's not, I don't know, uh, that's really intended and the viewer to understand that's made to look like having fun, right? To put some fun in it, right? And
So
I didn't know how to make these kind of videos and put them together and make a
mm.
recording of my screen using a Todoist and putting my stuff, my lists of working stuff over there and putting them in I don't know, projects and areas of my life. I
Mhm.
was just finding excuses, nothing of that, of any excuse I've come this week was real. Everything was made up.
I'm just being like curious because sometimes when we also say that it's an excuse, like what I'm seeing is maybe you know, like you have a vision of all these values that you want to add in your video, like you want to deliver like content
Mm-hmm.
which can enhance people's like productivity, or just like life in general. At the same time, you also want to make it fun. So looks like you had those two different values which you wanted to incorporate in your video.
Exactly.
And probably like, yeah, uh, I I see you like how do I do it part, applying for the how do I make it fun part, I think.
Mm-hmm.
um
Exactly. Yeah.
but but looks like you had like enough content otherwise, like you have
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
yeah, so like maybe it was just that part. And which, like, you know, like the vision that like it like has to be fun also, like probably like, and then you didn't um have at that moment, you didn't have like the
Yeah. I could
exact
have. You're exactly right. I could have skipped the fun part and just made
yes.
the video. It's
Mm-hmm.
about content, right? But
Mm-hmm.
this fun part was an
Mm-hmm.
excuse also. It was something
Mm-hmm.
that I envisioned, right? To
Mm-hmm.
make the perfect video, it should contain this, right? Because I got feedback from other persons also, and they told me to smile more, to be more engaging with the content, to explain more with a smile on my face, right?
Yeah.
Because when I'm recording myself, it's not like we are doing our sessions, right? For me, it's really
Mm-hmm.
easy to do our sessions and to talk, because I'm talking like you are my, and I think you are
Mm-hmm.
my friends, and we are
Mm-hmm.
seeing each other and talking about our stuff, right? And
Mm-hmm.
but when I'm recording myself, I'm a completely different person. I feel really,
Mm.
really, I don't know, stressed about recording myself, and I usually don't recognize myself when I'm seeing the recording, right? So
Mm-hmm.
it's hard for me to edit a video and really put those pieces together, like make the fun part and everything. I
Got
acknowledge
it.
now that fun part was
Mm-hmm.
something that I added like a bonus thing, but
Mm-hmm.
it should have remained like that. If I would
Mm-hmm.
have recorded all the video that I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to make, I could add at the end, if I have time, that part of the fun thing. If not,
Yes.
I would have the video. But it's
Yeah.
about what I was telling you before about the comparison. I don't know, that I made the analogy that I made about me and Sam taking a decision, and me, I wouldn't take any decision. It's about making things happen and taking action more often than, because we usually think that we are not focused enough, we don't believe enough in ourselves, or we don't have the knowledge and everything. But most of the time those are excuses, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those are excuses for us not taking action. And I was telling Sam that only before 30 minutes about before entering our session, I was really feeling down about this week. I mean, on the family side, I was really doing great because I scheduled everything I had about my son baptism that is going to take to be next week.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is really planned out over there. On my business stuff, everything went okay. But on my personal stuff, all the tasks I had with you guys this week to acknowledge about, I didn't do anything, only because I was stuck in this kind of loop about thinking how to do this video, how to do this video, how to do this video. I have to do this
Mm-hmm.
video. I will do it this way. I'm finding all kind of ideas about what to say in the video, but the really important thing I didn't do the fucking video. Sorry for my language. Yeah, I was thinking all the kind of, this would be great if I would add this kind of introduction, this kind of ending. I would say this in the middle of the video. I would add this
Mm-hmm.
kind of fun part about me sleeping and dreaming about productivity. Those are where was kind of a procrastination about making a video, and that was all. I mean, a whole week passed
Mm-hmm.
that I was thinking about making a video, but I didn't do the video. So why everything changed half an hour ago was that productivity in general and about the pressure that we put ourselves is, we are, it's like about influencers, right? You are looking on, I don't know, internet influencer like, I don't know, Katy Perry, or how, I don't know what kind of influencers you are guys into, but they are posing in their perfect life, like having the great awesome vacation, awesome cars, awesome, I don't know, family, friends,
Yeah.
spouses, and so on. But that's not true. Mo We as people have ups and downs, right? So what I decided half an hour ago is that this kind of influencer thing is not for me. This is about reality. And I would make an email for my course that I would explain to my followers who are watching my course, are reading my email in my course,
Mm-hmm.
that this is normal. Like life happens, our objectives change, our uh, focus is changing, our beliefs are changing, and it's normal to have ups and downs. And I will really make a story about everything I told you now. I will make a story about how I delayed making a video that will I though that video was meant to be not only on the YouTube account, was meant to be sent in the fourth email I was sending my subscribers in my
Subscribers.
email, right?
Mm-hmm.
And because I didn't do it, I delayed that email. So if each email should be sent every 2 days. Now it's the second day. It should have been sent this morning. I postponed it another day just to have the time to make the video.
Mm-hmm.
And I will make the video and I will send the fourth email, but I want in the fifth email just to say it, I've presented to you that everything went upside down. I didn't accomplish anything in my week, but the thing that I am, I don't know, I realized what went wrong, why I didn't do it. It's something that I won. It's something that I learned, and it's something that I can anticipate in the future. Is the same story I told you about Sam learning about cryptocurrency just by losing 50% of his income. Okay, I didn't lose 50% of $10,000. I didn't lose $5,000, but I lost a lot of time. All this week, I didn't accomplish anything. I was just struggling, and I was finding any excuse possible just not to do this video, right? I You can easily say, but you didn't lose anything. No, I lost. I lost time. I lost focus. I lost everything. I lost many things. I don't know if this kind of makes sense for you.
Yeah.
This just changed my mentality just by, I don't know, complaining about this and put it in words, in writing, and saying this to my audience, my future audience. I don't have an audience right now. I think this will
You still have two audience.
Yes.
You still have two audience, so it's not
like
future. There are two people.
Looks like you made a decision now already, but like this part of like just 2 minutes ago, like I wanted to like volunteer and say like, if you were still considering making a video, I was like, we could like make it into like a, like we could read out the question and then you could record it, and then we could still like have that out, like, just like initial few runs, like, so I was like gonna suggest that, but like
awesome. Yeah, this would be awesome because it's so easy for me to talk with you guys and to talk in this kind of Zoom session we have, because I can really relate with you too, and that's really helping me out. But it's really hard for me to record myself talking about, I don't know, anything. It's just hard not to talk to someone, just to talk to the screen, to the camera. I don't know, it's something inside of me. Maybe I'm sure I'll get past by this, and now after I'll get past by this, everything will change. But until then, it's just a struggle. And until then, this week was a total mess, only because this internal struggle and kind of excuses I was finding myself, but I didn't really realize they were excuses until recently, like half an hour ago, when I decided this is human. This is something that happens not only for me, it happens for any of us. This kind of productivity gurus or everything is perfect. It's just like posting on Instagram, only you being in vacation like 12 months every year, right? That's not normal. We are going in vacation for like 2 weeks, but the rest of the time we are fucking working. No one is posting, whoa, look, I'm working. I've worked like 10 hours today. How happy I am. No, that's not real, right? So that's what I want to bring in the course. Like to say, nothing is perfect. It's normal to sleep. It's normal not to be productive every day. It's normal to have a bad day. It's normal to be upset. It's normal to cry. It's normal to laugh. It's normal. It's normal. I had a bad week, but just by acknowledging it, I've learned something. If I didn't acknowledge it, I wouldn't have learned anything. Yeah. Okay. I've taken it all outside. I've made my decision. It was really encouraging for me that you two had a great week, and you Sam, I don't have the words. You just pumped me so much when I've seen that you had a great week and you accomplished so much this week. And I really can, I don't know. It was, for me, I was really down yesterday when you posted that, and you just by posting that was really an encouragement for me to get stronger and decide how to do this video. So thank you for that.
There's one thing I just want to tell in case, I mean, you've said that your week was not all that great and things like that, but I just want to say that you actually took time out to just remind me of my tasks, which honestly I had not bothered about. It was running in the back of my mind, but I had completely forgotten about Notion. that when I open Notion, I have it in front of me. It was just that image which I'd saved, and somehow I had not opened it, and I was really lost in those three critical tasks. But the moment you sent it, I was like, shit, I have to do it. I cannot come back with an excuse stating that I have not done it. That's not right for me. And the moment I saw, in fact, it was Wednesday, I think, Wednesday or Tuesday you posted.
Mhm.
Wednesday also I couldn't do, but Wednesday evening I decided tomorrow come what may, I'm doing it. And I actually was able to finish it. And I would say it's only because you sent that message in WhatsApp. If you had not sent, probably I would have come back with a sorry face here. Sorry, I've not done it. But
Yeah.
somehow that drove me. Only one thing you had not posted in the group, but there was one more thing along with the visa thing. Something was there. So along with that, there was one part which is almost 90% done. Tomorrow morning, I just need to go spend 1 hour and that will be done. But
Nice.
apart from that, I was actually able to finish. So I just wanted to let you know, irrespective of what happened in your week, you actually changed my week.
Awesome. That's
Yeah,
really
I
awesome.
I second that, because I mean, for like you just mentioned that like you were having struggles yourself, but at the same time you were holding space and you were educating and motivating others.
I can't
Kiran,
hear
your
you. I can't
volume
hear
is
you.
low.
Sorry.
Your volume is low.
Can you guys
Okay.
hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
now
now
it's
I
okay.
can.
Yeah.
Now we can.
Now it's okay.
Is it better?
Yeah. It's awesome.
Okay. Yeah, so I mean, I was just saying I second what Sam said, because like now that you mentioned like how hard your week was, and in spite of that, like you took time and like you motivated us, you sent us those, like images and everything, and I was like, I had given up. Like yesterday evening is when I actually sat down and I applied for like 3 jobs, because I was like, oh my god, like, and then like Sam has already done his part, and then I'm like,
Wow.
so I was like, it's the competitive spirit that like, and then I was also like, I don't want to disappoint Anot, because like he's taking time out of his busy schedule to motivate us. So like I was like, when someone is being so kind and like who's reminding, and then there is competitiveness, both of that kicked in, and I still didn't do all the things. Like I'm still figuring out, but I did apply for the 3 jobs, and then I
That's
did make some
awesome.
applications.
Congrats.
So yeah, thank you. So yeah, I wouldn't say like I had the most productive week, but then I did like I don't think I would have even accomplished that had it not been like for motivation from you both. So like
Awesome.
yeah,
That's
so
good.
that's amazing. So
Yeah. Well, guys, you're awesome.
I just had, a few points which I actually listed when I was listening to whatever you were saying. Just 5 points. I'll make it quick. The first thing is, generally what happens, being honest is one of the toughest things to do, especially putting out what has happened from our perspective. Again, we need not sugarcoat it, make it positive or negative. It's how we are feeling right now. And you were actually very honest when you were sharing what happened with you over the week.
Yeah.
However it was, but you were honest enough to put it out, and that's very, very important. Like how you said, we need to accept what happened. If we don't accept it, we might not consider changing. So that was, I would say that was really good of you to put it out, so that for you also it's clear, and for us, we know that it's human to experience all these things. Because sometimes I get lost in whatever is happening around, that I feel I am the only one who is facing all these things, and other people are all perfect and everything is going nice for them. But only when we listen to other people saying this, we feel very nice. Yesterday, I was talking to one of my friends, and she was telling that for her, what are the problems she's facing? Like she procrastinates, and for her, she's not able to focus. She starts something, and all of a sudden, she goes to another thing. She goes to the last minute to complete. And when she was saying all these things, I was literally seeing my own actions. I was like, wow, I'm facing the same things. I'm facing something
Yeah.
very similar. I was like, okay, I'm not the only guy who is facing all these things. And so when you said whatever you said, I was able to connect with what you said. So I just wanted to say that being honest was very good. And the second thing is, you said that somehow the video didn't happen. No matter what the number of ideas you had, it didn't happen. And when Hiran started to say something about, I mean, she gave her first point. what I felt is you can't say that the video didn't happen because you at least thought a lot about it. So actually that amounts to a lot of work. Maybe in action it didn't happen, but in thought process, there were so many ideas that you had. So when you sit next to do the video, these are the thoughts that I think probably will fuel your video. And you will have a flow when you start. Could be. So I would rather say a lot of thoughts is also some work than saying nothing. That was one point I wanted to share.
Yeah, I will think about this, Sam, because I'll be honest. Like I was, you were really appreciated about me being honest, and I'll be honest with you that I don't really think this is the case for me, but I think in general this could be the case, right? Just by thinking about our high objectives, should be a step ahead, right? Uh, but I think the struggle I had this week wasn't just about this. It was just about the fears I had about posting materials, or the pressure I put on myself
Mhm.
on what kind of quality I should bring to the table, right? And those are just in my head, right? You didn't, when we agreed I will to post a video, we didn't agree how should I post that video. We agreed just
Yeah,
that
we
I will
agreed on
post a
one thing.
video. I could post a video without any image or without any sound. It's just a video. I posted it on YouTube. It's like it's on YouTube. You can see it, right? But we didn't agree that it should have video, right? Or audio. But I don't know. You didn't told we didn't agree that it should be 3 minutes long, right? We just agreed to put a video. So everything I just making that fun part with me sleeping and thinking, dreaming about and snoring about productivity, and that part about me recording my screen and putting myself in a small circle down the right path of the screen, and so that those are just my requirements. No one asked for that, but the people that are receiving my emails in my course, they just want the content. They could judge about the quality of the content, right? But that was not no, that wasn't a requirement. I didn't promise them that I will give them a high quality video that's fun, that's engaging, that's having a recording of my screen, and that's having a really little circle with me inside of that circle. No, that was just in my head, right? And this happens to
And
me at my work also. So the people I work with, that I'm doing business with, right? This happened for me like this week. Today I had a session. So I'm working with an university in Romania
Mhm.
that
okay.
they asked me to do the marketing for them, and they asked me on Wednesday that they want to meet on Friday. And I really replied to them, it's too, I had a really bad week about making this video. I bought a lot of stuff. I was really feeling down. I told Sam, but I didn't told Hiran. My start of the week, in the first 2 days, I really was procrastinating. Like every day I was watching Netflix videos. I started watching The Sopranos again. I was watching
Mhm.
like 1 or 2 hours every day before I went to sleep. Because I started doing that, I was getting much later. I was going much later going to sleep. I
Mhm.
was Because of that I was waking up much later. Because I was going to sleep much later, because I was waking up much later, I wasn't having much time for my personal side, because I was taking care of my son. If I don't wake up really early, my son wakes up and I'm really playing with him too, and I want to enjoy that time. And so they told me on Wednesday that they want to meet on Friday. I told them it's too short notice. I just asked for a postpone to next week, and they replied, it's just a short conversation. We just want to get together and talk about it. And I said, okay, we can meet. And they really wanted to make a really simple thing about this part of marketing. But when they requested, I was just thinking about how to build all the whole strategy, how to focus on the kids, on the high schools, people that want to go into college, how to think about convincing their parents to convince their children to go to college and everything. I was making the strategy in my head, right? That's a lot of work, but they just wanted some little part of it. Really, really the easiest part of it. That's all they wanted. So today I was meeting with them. I just realized that I really overestimated all they asked. They really wanted something really small. I didn't know that, and I just assumed that they want really something big. Those were my assumptions. They didn't inform me. They didn't tell me anything about it. Those were mine, all mine, right? And I just realized it was really simple. I just agreed with everything they told me, and I proposed to them in the next months just to get together more often, to just talk more about strategy and what else can we do on a bigger scale, right? So it's and this kind of session really helped me because I'm getting all that's in my head that are my assumptions outside, and I get really valuable feedback from you, Sam. You just got me some feedback on, and I told you why I agree and why don't I agree, but it's still feedback. If I would keep that and all in my head and I wouldn't have been honest about it, that will still remain in my head, and I wouldn't, for sure I wouldn't do anything about it, right? Just by taking it out and complaining about it, if you want, bitching about it, I don't
Yeah,
know.
true.
Yeah,
That's
just venting also sometimes just gets all those.
It helps. It helps to
Yeah.
get clarity.
yeah.
Another point which I wanted to add is, I think you have read the book Atomic Habits. You have read
What?
Atomic Habits? Atomic
Yeah.
Habits,
I've
the
read
book.
the book. Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, in that he has a point which he says, actually, sometimes it's not about uh, what we want to accomplish or the end objective, but it's about making it a habit. Like he says, though he wants to be a very good writer or he wants to have many blogs and help people, he says, than saying, I want to become a very good writer, I would say, I want to write 2 articles, one on Monday, one on Thursday, consistently from now. Doesn't matter what is the quality of articles, doesn't matter what is the content, but I just want to ensure that I write 2 articles and post it online. So when I say I post it online, there is a minimum requirement, minimum quality requirement. I can't just randomly post stuff. And I know what is the minimum requirement, but having this sort of a habit, sort of a thing, requirement. So probably I think we should just say post one video a week for some
Yeah.
time. So it
Exactly.
doesn't matter what is the quality of the week, what is the
Exactly.
content of the, sorry, not week, video, but just post one.
Yeah.
I think
If
that
you would
probably
have told me this on Monday, on Tuesday, yeah,
true.
that's
Because
correct.
honestly, I just wanted to let you know, I've already posted my first video. I opened the channel and I
Yeah.
posted the first
Share
video.
the link with us, Sam. Yeah.
I've already put it in the group, the Trio
Yeah.
group.
Awesome.
The name of the channel is Clueless. So I am actually clueless as to what exactly I want
Yeah,
to
I
do.
saw
So
the video before I
I
came on the
started.
call.
So what happened? Actually, yeah, a nice video watched. So I have one
Whoa,
view in
awesome quality.
YouTube.
Nice, Sam. Nice.
So what happened? Actually, I was like I was thinking I have to do a script, I have to write down, I have to do this that. Then I realized if I think of all these things, I just have 3 hours to finish this video. I will never be able to upload. Not even 2 hours. Then I was like, again, I'll come back. I'll put a sorry face. I'll tell sorry, I didn't do this. I didn't want that. So I was like, let me just record first. So I did a 3-minute recording. Then I came back. I sat to edit it. Then I was editing. That's when I realized editing is going to take a lot of time, easily 1.5 hours. And again, I'll think of doing. I'll do half. Then I'll say no. I have not been able to do it. So I was like, chuck it. Just upload it. Just upload it anyway. This is
Yeah.
not like I have 1,000 followers. So I uploaded and I was like, wow, it's really, it feels very nice to just upload a video,
Yeah.
irrespective of what quality it is.
Well, even though I had this shitty week, just hearing that Hiran applied for those 3 jobs and you uploading that video that I just can't wait to see it, right? It's so awesome for me and so helpful that I couldn't find the words to explain it to you guys.
And we couldn't have done it without you. So like, yeah. So
So we
we
have
just
to.
want, yeah, we just
Thank you.
want to let you, yeah, no,
Thank you
that
so much.
we really thank you.
And I think,
And
yeah, say Sam.
sorry, you were telling. You tell.
I think that even though I had a bad week, you two really had an, I mean, good week. Awesome had. Let's make it fair, right? I had a shitty week. Hiran had a decent week, a good week, but Sam really had a awesome week, right? He
Yeah.
accomplished his
No,
job.
honestly, no. I've still not come to that part. My week was also shitty. It was really pathetic because I didn't have a plan in place. Everything was haywire. I was not able to sit and plan. I didn't have focus on what I was doing. I had so many things to do. I was just getting things and I was getting distracted at work. I was doing some nonsense at work to just spend some time and divert. And
Yeah,
that is when I saw your message and I was like, I have to do something.
yeah, but that's the point, Sam. From all three of us, the only one that accomplished his objectives in the highest degree, if you want, it was you. Even though you didn't plan for it. You understand what I'm saying?
True.
I over planned about making the video, right? And I didn't do any of it. But I did all the planning. You didn't do all the planning. You are saying that for your video, you didn't do any planning. This makes me mad right now, right? I mean, you made a video without any planning. I did all the fucking planning in the world. I've already over planned everything. I didn't do anything. But at the end of the day, at the end of our session, just to make, I don't know, a end point for it.
Conclusion.
I think it's about acknowledging and taking ourselves out of our comfort zone, right? So Hiran went outside her comfort zone and applied for those 3 jobs. You really went, I don't know, really outside your comfort zone and without any planning. That's Sam, for real. You didn't do any planning and you made that video. I mean, what were our session about? It's just about planning. So you did a video without any planning, right? So you really went outside your comfort zone, right? And I think at the end of the day, just acknowledging that we are really in our comfort bubble and really staying there, that because it's cozy, because it's well, because it's safe, I think that's more of a danger than a safe side to be. I don't know if you resonate with that, what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
I relate to that because I also have a similar thought process. So many times I don't take action, either because I have a perfect vision that I want to execute, and I'll share like I was hosting on Airbnb, and I'll share this story another day. Like I took about 3 months to just make a post because I wanted the perfect pictures for my Airbnb like pictures, and then I kept postponing it so much that it became like 3 to 4 months, whereas I could have done it like just that weekend. And then I got fed up, and then I took a picture from my mobile phone, and I posted it, and people came the very next day. And then I'm like, oh, I thought nobody will show up because it's not a high resolution picture, and nobody cared. They're like, like I had the description and that was enough. And that was the biggest learning for me, like last year,
Wow.
that sometimes it's okay to just. And also there was another reason, like I think I was talking to Sam, and like I think he also motivated me. Like he was asking, like, where is the action? Like you've been talking about Airbnb, like show it, prove it to me that like you'll post it or something. And that got me pissed off. Like, and I was like, how dare you say that? Like you're not posting it, I'll show you. And then that made me like do it also. So like sometimes even like anger and frustration also can fuel as motivation. Like use whatever comes your way, and like just like
Wow,
get to the action part. Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah.
I'm reminded of a quote by I think Sheryl Sandberg. She says, "Done is better than perfect."
Yeah.
I think
Awesome.
we need
Awesome
Yeah.
to.
closing. Awesome closing, Sam.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Let's just make a really big picture about this and put it in front of ourselves. That's awesome.
Yes.
Just the right words at the right time.
Yeah.
Time. That's the cherry on the top.
Yeah.
Awesome session, guys. Thank you so much for this.
One last thing I just want to add before.
Yeah.
Do we have enough time, or just a minute, or just
Yes.
had
I
one
think
more thought to share?
it's going to stop, and
Stop.
because
Yeah.
I'm recording, it will take
Okay,
some
no
time
problem.
before we.
I'll do one thing. I'll just put it as a video. It's better. We'll end this session and I'll just put it as a
He
video.
will make the second video for his YouTube account and put it on yeah. So you found the best reason to make the second video, right?
Yeah, hopefully.
Great session, you guys. Thank you so
Yeah,
much for both
thank
of
you
your
so
time.
much. Thank you.
Amazing session. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
Next week, I
Take care.
don't think I will
Bye.
be able to join because I have my son's baptism
No problem.
today. But maybe we can see each other on Sunday or on Monday or something like that. We'll make it happen. I just want to.
We'll do that. No worries.
Yeah. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.
Sounds good.
We can do it on Saturday. Cool. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.